Yo, what's going on, boys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys had a fantastic day. Before we get into today's video, I just want to address, yes, I know I have been very inactive on this channel. The only way I could really describe it is I tend to shut down very often, meaning like I get very discouraged, I get very unmotivated to do certain things, and most of the time nothing really happens for me to get like that. It just happens. Sometimes it feels like I'm in a void. Like, I know that sounds very dramatic, but that's deadass how it feels. And again, most of the time nothing really happens for me to get like that. Like, the feedback that I get on YouTube is thankfully mostly positive. So like, it's hard for me to explain like it's just a mindset. I don't know, it's just a mindset that I tend to come across. But right now I'm chilling, I'm good, and I'm ready to start putting out content that hopefully you guys enjoy. Now, in today's video, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit of a story that I've been pondering on for a while, and also because I have not made a storytime video in about 2 months. But the reason as to why I was contemplating whether or not to tell the story was because, one, it's about my job, and at that time I was still working there, so I didn't really want to tell the story and then somehow, some way it gets back to them and then I get fucking fired because of it, you know? Even though that would be very unlikely because they didn't know I have a YouTube channel and they still don't know I have a YouTube channel. It's one of those better safe than sorry situations, you know? But since I don't work there no more, the gloves come off, you feel me? Fuck that whole shit. Now I get to talk my shit. So I used to work at a small shipping service company. Think of it like a bootleg USPS that's a lot smaller and a little bit more sketchier. The reason why I say it's sketchy is because this place is somewhat known to have a little bit of a scamming problem, but that's in the past. I don't know if it still does, you know. I don't know if it still does have that problem, which is alleged by the way.
Allegedly. Y'all not getting no money from me though. Don't worry.
So on this day I had came into work and it was a normal day for the most part. I was working about an hour into my shift when I was called up to the front of the warehouse. And at first I thought nothing of it. At first I thought it was going to be some bitch ass announcement that I'm pretty sure I wasn't even going to care about and I'm probably going to forget within the next hour. But the dude that came to come get me like kind of looked shook and I was like, what the fuck? So we both went up to the front of the warehouse and when I looked I saw like 3 or 4 old ass niggas wearing suits and I was like, oh shit, something went down. I forgot what exactly they said because to be honest with you I wasn't even listening to them. One of the old dudes had said something along the lines of, oh, so for now on, you know, you're going to be under new management, yada yada yada, so on so on. I didn't listen. And they also had informed us that the boss of the company, the big cheese, was going to show up soon. And prior to this whole thing that went down, like I've only heard of the boss of the company. Like I never seen him, I never met him. But apparently this guy was a mean ass dude. Apparently he was short tempered, he was a hothead. Like I was told something along the lines of, if he asked you for something and if you didn't do it within a certain time that he deems acceptable, he would get all pissy and like start having a hissy fit. So when I heard about all this stuff, I thought, damn, this dude is a fucking bitch. Like, whose man's? Like, what the fuck? So I told the dude who told me all that stuff, I was like, bro, this guy sounds like a fucking coochie. Like, what the fuck? And he responds with, nah, bro, like this guy is not to fuck with, bro. Do not fuck with this dude. After hearing that and how much everyone is so fucking scared of him, apparently when people think of him, they just shake in their boots. I brushed it off and I said to him, realistically speaking, I won't even have like 2 full conversations with the nigga, so I don't really care. But boy was I wrong. Fast forward a few days and the boss of the company decides to show up to the warehouse. When I first saw him, he looked so fucking harmless. Literally just some short European dude. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and say that he was probably most likely in his early 40s, almost pushing his mid 40s. He dressed kind of douchey. Overall, he just looked like an average privileged person. That's what. He introduced himself. He said, hello, my name is so-and-so. I do this, that, and the third, yada, 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 whatever the fuck. For this story, we'll call him Bicho. The reason why I'm gonna call him Bicho is because Bicho for Cubans, which I am Cuban, means bug. But for Puerto Ricans, that means dick. And he was a fucking dickhead, I'll tell you that right now. And I'm also half Puerto Rican, so works out perfectly. Now, I know you guys are waiting for the fucking incident, the climax of the story, and I'll skip to that right now. Now, at this job, you are allowed to open the package to check if it's not a scam or not. If it is a scam package, you report it and you throw it away. I don't know the process of when after it's reported, but I'm going to assume that they tell the customer that, hey, you know, your package came in like it's a scam and, you know, we'll give you money back. And this is what I assume happens. I don't know the full what goes on. So on this day, I ended up getting a scam package and I did what I was told to do on the first day of working. I opened it, reported it to be a scam, and threw it away. Some time passes, I'd say about an hour passed, and I was talking to two of my coworkers. In the middle of us talking, the boss of the company approaches us, and in his hand was a box that I threw away. In the box was an old dirty ass fugazi ass hat. Emphasis on the old and dirty. The shit was nasty and smelled like fucking sweat. Alright? Sheesh, I'm getting angrier and angrier, bro. Holy. So this fucking guy comes over and starts pressing us about the fucking package, right? And he goes, why was this thrown away? And he shows us. It's the hat in the box, right? So I'm thinking like, where the fuck did he get that shit from? That shit was in the garbage. My coworker asked what it was and he goes, oh, it's a hat. Why is this hat in the garbage? Who threw this away? And I said, oh, I did. He looks at me and goes, oh, you threw this away? And I confirmed. I said, yes. Then he goes, why did you throw it away? I was like, because it's garbage. He goes, and who told you it was garbage? And I was like, myself. And at this point, I noticed that he was starting to get extremely angry. Like, my man's face was legit turning red over a fucking hat. He goes, this is not garbage. And while saying this, he's like trembling, like he's fucking shaking out of anger. Like he can't fucking contain himself. He couldn't process as to why I threw it away. Like his brain wasn't cooperating with him. Because then he proceeds to continue to ask me the same questions. Why did I throw it away? Who told me it was garbage? This is not garbage. Then he has the audacity to tell me that it's not a scam. Then for some reason, from God knows why, he continues to ask me the same question. Why did you throw it away? And I kept giving him the same answer, while him just getting more and more angrier to my answer. To be honest, I could have been a whole fucking dickhead and ratted out the person that told me it was garbage in the first place. It was the coworker I'm talking to, and guess what this motherfucker decides to fucking do? He stays quiet the whole fucking time. Meanwhile, this dirty ass nigga's over here pressing me. He goes, I found this in the dumpster. Why was this in the dumpster? My first question was, what the fuck were you doing in a dumpster in the first place, my guy? There was no reason for him to be in or around the dumpster in the first place. He goes to tell my scary ass fucking coworker that to go look up the identification for the package, right? In the process of my coworker looking up the identification for the package, this motherfucker keeps asking me the same fucking question, and I'm getting really annoyed at this point. My boy went through all 7 stages of grief trying to find out why I fucking threw it away. But this time when I go to answer him, he starts interrupting me. Like he starts trying to get in my face type shit. He would cut me off and be like, what? You did what? Excuse me? What? And when he did this, I felt so fucking disrespected. I was getting so fucking pissed off. I was legit 2 seconds away from slapping the glasses off his face. This fucking guy was stepping to me like he could beat my fucking ass. That pussy boy could try. That boy was feeling froggy that day. I was waiting for his ass to leap. And I'm not even trying to sound like a hard ass, because I'm not. I'm not a dickhead. I'm not an asshole. If anything, I try to stay away from confrontation, and I try to stay away from escalating the situation as well. Because I don't fight. I'm not a fighter. But if you push me enough, I want all the smoke, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? Damn, bro. Let me control myself real quick. This motherfucker was outright disrespecting me and trying to belittle me in front of everybody else. And what made it worse is that when my coworker went to go look up the identification for the package, it wasn't even supposed to be a fucking hat. So he was wrong in the first place. That was a fucking scam. Then they go to tell me that I can't throw away things now. I have to just mark them as trash and leave them on the fucking shelf. What's the point of that? It just takes up fucking space. It was just some fucking rule that just out of nowhere just happened because he showed up. Fuck that nigga, bro. But I had to swallow my pride and just let that shit go. People who work shitty jobs and work for even more shitty people understand that in order to keep your job, you have to swallow your pride. And it's fucking painful, I know. With no other choice, you have to do what you have to do, especially if you need that shitty ass job. Another situation had happened that was similar to this one, but I'll tell that story another day. It's getting pretty late and I gotta get some sleep. I gotta fix my sleepy schedule. If you enjoyed today's video or laughed at anything I said, why not leave a like on the video, and definitely consider subscribing to the channel because it'll be helping me out a lot and we greatly appreciate it. All of my social media will be in the description, so if you want to go ahead and follow, you can. If you guys want to hear the other story, definitely let me know. I'll try my best to make a video on it. Again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next video. Peace out.